And welcome everybody. Hey, Dead Soul. Oh, we're gonna try this again. Not sure what happened last weekend. We'll see. I still can't get my touch portal to connect here. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't want to. I can't figure out. I can tell it's a different IP address, so I might have. I can't figure out my tablet. Well, I can't figure out how to change my tablet's IP address that it's trying to connect to. So we'll have to do this manually. Some screen stuff. What have I been working on this week? Crazy week. I got lots done. I can't believe how much I got done. You guys see my screen? It's not in color. 1 second here. Anything you see red, just be reminded that that's collisions. That's how my collisions, I color them red so I know what they are. So we have a new steel factory. I'm excited. I got it into game, and there was only one minor. There was one link I messed up, so I didn't fix it. I just went to bed. It's late. I was kept trying more and more stuff, or getting more and more stuff over, and it was just the water tank fill plane. So last week, I don't remember what day it was. Was it Sundays? I don't even remember what day it was that I could tried to stream and it wouldn't work. Hey, T Miller. And I haven't had time to get my new toy up and running. I have it plugged in, but I have not played with it at all. Totally focused on this. So I'll give you an idea of what this looks like comparison to the other building or the other steel factory. So you can see the comparison in size. So a little, just slightly taller, right? Like that's not a big deal. But footprint, you know, I don't know, not half, less than half, I think, of the size of the previous buildings. I'm going to keep the interior hidden. I'm not going to show you guys the interior. I still have work to do. I have lots of work to do. Right now, I basically have the outside um, in the editor. It works. I filled all the triggers. It is set up to have Galena, but right now I have it visible. I'll show you in a minute. I'm just hoping the game's finished loading, and I'll show you what it looks like in game and what I've got. Like I said, I got it working last night, except for the water fill trigger, which was just I forgot to link the node or link it in the editor. So so that was that. If you remember, I was trying to show off the drywall factory last week, and I was having internet problems. I don't know what, my stream just kept dropping. I have no idea. I got off, and I did a bunch of speed tests using a bunch of different test platforms, and I was getting like 165 plus on up and down. So it definitely wasn't. It isn't the pure fiber that I'm on. It must have been just either Twitch being something, or I rebooted everything this morning before starting, so hopefully I don't have any problems. And yesterday I had to restart the modem because for some reason my work laptop lost connection and it wouldn't reconnect. Yet my cell phone and my personal PC was fine. The TV was fine. So I had to reboot it to get work to connect it again. So definitely has some issues. And I shouldn't say that because my uncle uses the company I work for. So that's kind of funny. At home, my landlord uses the competitor, the local, the large competitor. And I've had problems at home too, but not usually while I'm streaming. Here's our new sign. I don't have this in game yet, so we'll work on getting this done today. So yeah, in game, I still have a few things left over. All the light poles are here. The interior lightings are here. I left one of the crystal signs behind. There's a bunch of the icons. You'll see them in the in there. I know I changed my mind, Farmer Marks, and I didn't load up Discord, so sorry, I was going to ping you in, and I'm like, I'm just going to leave Discord off today. I'm like, well, I can do a 2 hour stream. If Billy can do a 2 hour stream, I can do a 2 hour stream. So I have a 2 hour stream because I have to work today in 3 hours. So it'll give me an hour to have a shower. Anyway, so last weekend I was trying to show off the drywall because I almost finished. I haven't even gone back to look at it to see if there's anything else I want to do to it. I can't remember. There was something I remembered that I want to check. And so going to go in the game. I don't even know. I need to get rid of this save and start a new test save because it just has so much stuff on it. Yeah, so we did the glue factory. That's right. We were trying to show off the glue factory. So we filled up the new glue factory. It's running. We tested all the doors. I got the lights. The glue factory, the lights inside were very dim when they were on. So I changed them to the same settings as the drywall because it seemed to have really good lights. Other than that, I didn't, I didn't really, I changed the building really. I did some stuff to the interior models, right? Like if you remember, if you're here last week, I changed this big, huge piece that's in the middle. There's two of them, so I did that. We obviously added some more props to the exterior. Made it a drive-through, right? This will look really good if we get, yeah, it's a drive-through the factory. It'll look really good if we can get the revamp and it builds the same way it built in 22. Just because of the way I've designed it and laid it out, it's going to look really cool. Along with the drywall. Drywall, same thing. It's a slightly larger building. I did get rid of the end. There was two bay doors at the end, and I only have one now, and it's a drive-through. Again, there's room to do more spawning triggers if we want. Right now, I don't even know how many it spawned out. I think I shut the game down last week. I didn't even stay in here. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it fits 8 perfectly. But we could do 2 rows probably. Oops. So like I said, this one has a new. Oh, I redid this. I had to do the sign because right now, if I can get there. There you go. It's a three-dimensional sign too I made. And black doesn't light up apparently. So when it lights up at night, the National Gypsum Company turns red. So I redid this or changed the sign. Like I said, when it turns on at night, it will turn red. But other than that, there's no other change. And again, tested all of this last week. And like this one, I didn't do anything inside except I changed the volumes, reduced the volumes, and I replaced that. I don't even know what it's called. This big piece that's in the middle, I changed it to the new colors. I changed the colors though, so it's not the same colors as the glue factory one. I switched the black and the red around, so it is different. Just because the walls are red and the trim was red, this is the same black that was on the walls in the glue factory. So as soon as I turned this to red, it turned this to red. So then I switched this one to black, which was the red on the other one. Like I said, I didn't change it. I could have changed this to match the glue factory, but I wanted to make it a little bit different, same as I'll make it the same. It's already the same inside, right? Oh, I don't have the fans linked up. Okay, so we gotta check that. I know we had to go back and relink all the ones in the glue factory. Or maybe because it's not on? No, that could be. I don't remember where the XML or where it is in the XML. It has all the interior lighting comes on at night, so you don't have to worry about any light switches. And I'm trying to think of where I can put this thing again. Where was it that I had to put it? I need a new map because this map won't, I can't fill in these holes for some reason. It won't let me fill in the holes. got a really bad icon for this right now. So well, I'm gonna wait till I have all of the stuff on it, but right now I don't like this picture at all. Is it error free now? Yeah, perfect. I think I could fit it over here somewhere. Yeah, you can see I'm pointing with my finger, chat. You can see the icons that I haven't moved from the original. So we'll go through that right now. I haven't been inside either. I didn't go inside last night. I just filled up the triggers and turned it on and went from there. So we'll put that down there. And I like it because this truck already has two of the ingredients, right? So the truck already has two ingredients that we need to. And this thing will build. The concrete base alone has it's 256 pieces, I think. So just the sheer number of this is Galena. So Galena right now, like I said, I set it up to have Galena, but obviously if we don't have Galena on the map, I put it at the end, so if you hide it, it still looks balanced on the back. So, but right now it's still there visible, obviously. And I think this is coal. I'm not sure what I'm going to do because I don't want to put we didn't have the little icons on the original because we could, I guess I don't even know what we used to tell which I changed the bunker, so it's a brick built bunker now, and then it goes. I'm thinking of putting little signs with the fill type icons on it. I think that's what I was going to do. Okay, and we got a glass for Farmer Mark's glass water tower. What's the other one? Or I don't ever remember which way's better. Oops, passed it. Oops. So we got those all filling up. I'll show you another thing. The collision's like a big box. I want to see if I change the settings on this, and now they're not moving at all. Oh, maybe they need to be turned on. No, they're scroll settings. They went from working to not working. Interesting. So again, glass tubes. So the idea is to have this scrolling up into the factory. Where am I here? This is up in the other area, down by the shop. Somewhere I have a diesel tank. That's a loud chicken one. Go around. I keep forgetting there's collision all around this thing. This is the one I should be using. Well, digital display, we don't have the ability to do that. I want to get a digital displays on all of them, and obviously just have them hidden until revamp comes out. I've worked on trying to get my own digital display. I just can't get it. Well, I only played around with it for a couple of days. Coming from the ground. No, it's one of the top's going the opposite direction, chat. It's all one piece. It's using the water stream, so it's like a moving stream. The top spinning in the opposite direction. That's hilarious. Well, it's kind of going across, I guess, left to right. So let's see. I'm wondering if this is they're all the same settings, so I don't know why they stopped moving. I put one number to 0, and I thought they're the XYZ. This is different from the original one. So let's spend a little bit of time. Let's see. Let's get here. Oh, yeah, that's my Well, I'm using the composter i3D to work on another production that I was coming up. It was going to be my hay and silage making factory. So there's a bunch of stuff over there. Smoke. I was playing with a bunch of smoke effects over there. You'll see them in a second here when I turn this thing on. I don't know where I found it. Actually, I found it in 22 and it looks really cool compared to the base game smoke. It looks like a factory. Oh my God, Billy must be here, or Shawnee, one of the two. They're the only ones that shoot at me this early in the morning. Yeah, Gold Flakes. So the first one doesn't go in, but the second one will. So I think that's the thing, because I've never tried. If you unload the gold jars at the current steel factory, they will not go in on the ground, but they'll go in fine when they're on a vehicle. So I'm not testing it on a vehicle. I just
Hello
know
there.
I've been testing it. I tested it last night like this. There's some more shout outs. Billy, I can't do your shout out because my touch portal won't work. I have to do it old school. No, you got it. Yours triggered just because you shouted out T Miller. That's funny. I know. I was wondering if you were working the whole week because I hadn't seen you very much, and I'm like, oh my God, did you go back to work and have to work 5 days? That's not not that you. I already know you work a lot already, but geez. Um, so yeah, this holds 20, right? So I think we should change the number. I've never brought 20. Actually, I have brought 16, so it just takes a long time to pop out all the jars. So I'm doing a flake gold flake bunker, and again, gold flakes going in. Okay, so let's keep testing. Like I said, there's still some things that I didn't move around. Like I said, I was working till almost midnight last night, just trying to get it in the game to see how it looked. So obviously I need to move some of the stuff. These aren't visible in the i3D, so I have to make them visible so I know where they go. So I'm not concerned about those. There's lots of time. I just wanted to get it in game. Same with these. I just moved them out of the way because they were all out of the way. I got collisions on everything. I'm trying a new decayed concrete that's in game, base game, so it looks pretty good. It looks different, right? It almost looks stucco-y, kind of like rough, kind of. Some of the brick stuff, once you start cutting into a brick, I always find the brick the worst. As soon as you start cutting holes in it, it messes up, especially when it's on an angle. Hence, why I don't really want to do more peaked roof buildings. Like it just was a pain in the butt. Every time I cut a hole in it, it messed up the alignments because they're all pieces, right? They're all separate parts. I don't have the door. Well, the doors are here, but these aren't the doors. These are just copies of the doors, so I could see where they're placed. So they're not the actual door. We'll put those in today. Like I said, I haven't been inside yet. There's a whole steel structure that needs to go in here. It's already done, but it's all one piece, so I have to break it down. There's a section behind here that we're not going to have access to. There's nothing back there. I might put some fake dummy doors in, but I'm not doing anything in that space. So, and we got 5 bay doors will go in here, and then one will be down here. And again, all the spawn areas are out front. Again, I haven't set up the little warning stripes. I don't got the new sign in here yet. I did keep the old one in here, just it's huge. I got all the street lamps are in here and all the interior lights are still here too. Just I haven't decided if I'm going to keep these lights or use the ones that I put on the glue in the drywall factory. So we got that. Oh, I was going to hit the player trigger. Saturday. Oh, I hate split days off. I did split days off for like 6 years, and it just I had Sunday, Tuesdays off, and it just sucked. It just felt like you never had a day off. Personally, that's what it is. And I run into that now. Like tomorrow's my only day off. Um, so I only have one day off. And then I get, yeah, I work because I'm working Tuesday to Saturday the last 2 weeks. So My current job, though, I'm in a rotation, so yeah, you can end up with 3 days off, 4 days off. If you trade the shifts, you get all kinds of crazy stuff. Anyway, where is it? Oh, I'm right on it. So that works. So let's turn this sucker on. So this is all, like, I didn't touch. I know what's a day off. Billy gets no days off. Okay, so it's running. Oh, I should do this first. Go up to here. Let's get into some flighting. And there we go. So that's the smoke you saw there, T. Miller, earlier. I have that on the Shell station too, wherever the Shell is. It has 3 of those. If we turned on the Shell too. Oh, I didn't want it to save, but oh well. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, going back to work after. So you can just see the Shell. I don't know that we're under distance, but Shell has a couple of them coming up too. Starting to pop up. So obviously I got lots to do. Like I said, I just got this in game last night, so I just wanted to see what it looked like scale wise. Like, it's always different when you get into it person. Like I said, it's just slightly taller than the original buildings. We're like probably put it pretty much right there. Oh, that's right, I'm flying, so I can go through collisions. So this will be the gold room, and then the gold bars will spawn out here. I guess we could speed that up to see what happens, since we did put some flakes in there. I guess we can pick that one up, can't we? I think we can pick this up without super strength on. No. No. What are you guys saying? Hmm. That's true too, right? Yeah. So you need to split your days up to give yourself a rest, because it's the 5 days in a row. Yeah, I'd probably be like that too if I was on my feet again. How come it's not spawning out? I don't think I have the. Oh, I might have the production thing in here. I don't think I did. Didn't think I did. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is, Billy. I know what it is. I know what it is. Billy knows what it is too, because he helped me with the drywall last weekend. Yeah, because I just moved the spawn triggers to the location along here, but I know I didn't. I thought I raised them. I did. I thought I raised them. They need to be more than point. This is point 2 or 0.02, I think it is. And look at my nice little, what are they called again? Bevels. Yeah. All my blocks have concrete bevels in them. So they have all the cracking joints in there. Yeah, I was playing around with that pattern when it was all just straight brick. I think that's enough. I was going to do some more, and I'm like, no, I think that's. Like I said, I want to see it build more than I want to see it work. It has a huge. I'm into both of them. It has a huge. It has a huge. What's the word I'm looking for? Info trigger. It's huge. I didn't change the size, so I'll have to play around with that because it's huge. Because you kind of want it on both sides. You want to jump out if you need to. Get into there so I can get out of game. Yeah, see? That's what I thought it was, but I was pretty sure I had set them high enough. And of course, you can't tell. They should be high enough, but I guess I should go. Should I try point? Because it doesn't matter how high they are, right? They have to be above my collision that's there. I could be wrong. It could be 0.1 or 0.2. I can't remember. I thought it was 0. Where are we? So like I said, it's only going to be a couple hour stream today, so I'm going to work on. We'll show you. I'll try getting the sign in tonight. I haven't brought the sign over. We'll work on placing those lights. That's why it's so bright over there. I was like, why is it so bright over there? That's right, all the lampposts over there. They're all in one spot too. They're all in the same spot, so I don't even know how many there are, 12 or 15 of them or something like that. That, and then we'll get the doors in, get them working. I'm using all of my all the doors from my manufacturing. I converted them all over to 25, or not all of them, but the ones that I'm going to use. The bay door that I was using in my manufacturing factory in 22, and then all of the doors that I used Shy Wizards animation YouTube video to make all these doors that have the openers and stuff that move with them. That's kind of neat. So I brought those. There's a solid door, double door. There's a solid single door, and then there's a double glass door. That's for the front. We might work on the office part. I want to slow down now. I'm getting the sun in my eyes. Sorry, chat. Can't see. I'm in the office, the room that I'm in my uncle's. The doesn't have curtains, and the sun comes up like straight in front of me in the window. So it only lasts for about an hour because of the big house in front of me or behind the yard, the backyard, and then obviously the roof overhang. So it lasts about an hour at this time of the day. I haven't been starting work till 11, so it hasn't been bugging me as much, but because I'm here, it's like right in my face. What did I want to do? I wanted to see if I can get this to reload. I don't know why it doesn't like to reload this for some reason. I thought you had to be, I always thought I had to be inside the info trigger, but I find them not always easy to find where it's close to the center point, so the center of we're going into ads here, chat. There we go. I didn't get any errors. Oh, it's not running now. It still should be spawning out though, right? Oh, there's some. Oh yeah, it does one at a time, right? It doesn't do all of them, so one. I don't remember which one I put where. Whoops. I didn't click on anything. Which one's it doing next? Oh, down there. I'll probably do double rows. I wanted to see, this was I shortened it just a little bit because of the space. So I wanted to see how many pallets would spawn out And then we can make double rows, right? So of course they're like sevens, right? Yeah, 7, 7. Be nice to be able to do 10, but I don't think 10 would fit. Maybe. I don't know why that one's sunk into the collision. I know exactly the collision's exactly on top of the concrete because I just made a copy of it. Oh, I know it's exactly the gold bars. I don't know. I think we only got two. We only got two. They're 1,000, right? We had 2,000, about 2,100 in there. So the gold bars. Again, I'm going to put the warning stripes so we know where they're spawning out. Oh my God, the sun. And again, I wanted to see, I'm thinking of picking up, right? Picking up with the gold. Where is it? Oh no. Get out. Go backwards, right? No, that's the cube truck I was working on. Which now I can, if I ever have, I don't have time. I don't have enough time in the day anymore, chat. I should be going this way. Yeah, this was the in-game box truck that I was trying to do. Now that Billy's done the containers, I can set up the box truck to pick up the container. Like it would will it empty the container? Is the container emptyable? It will empty the container and then it would put the little logo on the side like you guys had in what was it, 19 or 15 or whatever it was. Where's the other one? Up here. But right now I've messed up the configurations because obviously that has like two other configurations to it and it's messing it up. I didn't delete the nodes enough. I'm driving with the door open. Oh, jeez. I don't have my steering wheel hooked up, so bear with me. No, I just can't remember. I know I've looked at the container, your container XML and stuff, and I can't remember if it's. Actually, I don't know nothing. I know nothing about pallets. I'm surprised I was able to help T. Miller as much as I did. Oh, there's a big hole there. This is what I'm worried about because we're technically a little bit higher. Oh no, it's still picking him up. There we go. I'm pretty um what's the word? I was very hesitant at starting when I started off the project. I was like I did the interior first, and like I said, I'm gonna keep the interior hidden a little bit longer, so you guys it'd be more of a surprise. It is actually going to be pretty cool if I do toot my own horn. And hopefully we'll get a new map sooner than later, so then you guys get a chance to play around with it. Building it's just going to be really good. It's just going to be, all three of the buildings are going to be, back to the way. Even better than my manufacturing building because the parts are so much. I don't want to. No, Blender. Right, like if we look at the these are all in categories just so I know where they are, but um, this is all the stuff that goes around the first row that goes around the bottom, 124 plus 88. That's just to do the bottom row, right? So that will build, the other, next one will build, and so on. Same with the walls. I was talking about the walls. So they're all 2 meter sections, the panels, the roof. So a big difference, right? If it builds the same way that it built in 22, just hundreds and hundreds of pieces now. Okay, so let's continue on with doors. We want to do first the bay door. They're going to be the more challenging ones, I think. Oh, I don't have the. Where are we at this base? Okay. God, I can't see. I need the frame. I can't remember. Is this? That's the one side, of course. Oh well. I just moved it. I didn't want to do that. I want to copy it. And why is it way over there? Oh my God. I reused a bunch of the transforms and they're not zeroed. So it totally messes up. This wasn't zeroed. The main factory one wasn't zeroed. So all of my stuff that I've put in here is not at zero. It doesn't start at zero anymore. It adds this or subtracts that. So size comparison for those who don't know, what's the difference between the old factory? You want to see that? I can show that in Blender. You must have missed the beginning. So that's the new building, and the old building is like that. So like I said, maybe a four. It's not half. It's smaller than half, I think, or very close. Like if I was to spin it and run it this way, it would probably be the same width. Oh, the bay door, is that what you're talking about? I don't know what. Um, I thought I had the, well, I guess not. It needs to turn. This is the part I don't like. At Blender, I can do this in 2 seconds, have it in the exact spot I want it. In the editor, it's totally playing it by ear. Because the transform group has numbers, I can't use the Blender's numbers to line this back up at all. Well, there is a track in here. I just thought, where's the tracks? Oh, they're in this group. See, I can't use this. See, I left the track in here because it's this origin point. I can't use it because the transform group has a value in it. Same with this one. This should be 0. Same with this one. This looks like it has some sort of, oh no, it's a shadow. I know there's a bit of overhang on both sides. Looks pretty good. I don't know about the height. I think it needs to come up a bit more because there's a black line that goes like there's like a rubber, seal at the bottom of the door. There it is. Oh, the light, chat. I was like, what's that flash? The light. Nope, it's in too far. That's okay. Can't even see this side. Oh, it's going to be the same. We have to go outside to check the center. Looks like it's the glare from my flashlight. I can't tell. Now I got all these pallets sitting there in my way. Oh, and I got a, once I second light. I can't tell. Can't tell, chat. Can't tell at all. Oh, I don't have that open. We don't have occluders yet. Steel. Oh, I don't have triggers either. can't remember what I named them. Bay door 3, yeah, it's the same. The first part and then slash source. These doors are done differently than my other doors. Oh, that's okay. I need to change this because this needs to be. These are all dummy doors, so they're gonna disappear. So if I go and start linking my nodes, every time I remove them, they're gonna mess it up. So I need to move that up to the top. That's the same problem I'm gonna have with the triggers. Okay, just one sec, chat. We need to. Again, it's always hard. I find it very hard going in, now that I've done this a couple of times, going in and using previous i3D from another model, right? I pretty much already have a trigger. I just don't have it the right size. Not that you're really going to open these for much. They're just going to be, you don't need to go in. So it's not like they need to be opened. Got me again. I can't remember what they are. Do I have any of the triggers left? I'm surprised I don't have any of the. Oh, you know what? I've been sitting here linking all this stuff up, and I'm gonna mess it all up because all this stuff is gonna move to the bottom. Everything, which is gonna change everything. Chat. Oh, dang it. Um, See, and then there's another one in here too that needs to come in. Like I said, the base is gonna go, the concrete walls, and then I need to put another. See, it's fine if I add one to the bottom, but the top. Okay, after that, there's gonna be the steel. Um, so how much did we mess this up now, chat? That's the question. Right, so the good thing is most of this stays the same, the exact fill, the pallets, the planes changed. They went to 14 to a 15, from a 20 to a 15. But Galena's way, oh, Galena's not on here. Okay, so that's right, okay. 15, 15. And then the water tank is 17. Why did it change? Okay. It has to be more than that, chat. Oh, these probably all changed. They went to 14, 10, 0, 12, 0. So 10. And right now, these all come on. All the smoke chimneys come on when you turn on anything in the factory. Now I probably will move. There's five. There's five chimneys, 5 production lines. So I think I can put each effector node. So each time you turn on one of the lines, one of the chimneys will turn on. I'm pretty sure that can be done. I didn't change any of these, so that should be fine. Just the door. Okay, that still didn't help me with my question. I didn't have any saved. Nope, I haven't, Billy. Like I said, I took drafting, right? I did drafting for 3 years of high school. I got a scholarship, well, a small little scholarship for it, for having the highest mark for the 3 years. I beat my brother, who was in the same class. He was pretty mad. Um, and then I went to post-secondary school, architectural technology and a building development diploma. I never worked in the industry. And I graduated in 91, and that's when Windows released, right? 3. What was the first version of Windows? 3.0 or something, or whatever it was called? When I went to school, we had a big, huge mainframe that we got like, I think an hour a week to work on. And it was like you typed in, there was no mouse. You typed in the coordinates that you wanted to draw a line. So you'd put the start point and the end point, and it would draw a line. You know, that's how you drew an object on the computer back then. So that totally changed, right? Like AutoCAD. I used to play around with AutoCAD in the 90s. Like when I first got my computer, I had little AutoCAD programs, and I used to do drawings because I was into woodworking. So I would draw out my plans. I even do the like exploded views I have. Like I can't access the files anymore, but I still have some of the ones that I did. I had this big huge computer desk that I made. It was friggin' heavy as hell. It was custom though. My 17-inch monitor, which was my first monitor, with big huge beast, fit in this opening, and when it died, I couldn't replace it. Like I couldn't find anything that would fit in that opening anymore. Same with my PC. It had its own little cubby hole, and once I replaced the PC, the new one wouldn't fit in there. I had a drawer that fit my printer in, so it was nice and quiet, right? It was out of the way. You open the drawer, get the paper out, fill it up, whatever, close it, and you could barely hear it printing, right? And then when that printer died, I bought a new one. It wouldn't fit in the drawer anymore, so it was kind of funny. That was one of my funny projects that kind of I had for years though. I had it. I still used it. I just took it apart and used it differently. I used it more as a desk than I did anything else. What am I looking for? Doors in here. So that's why I think I do well with this, right? Because Blender is just like CAD, right? Like it's a lot faster than even what I remember. But in 2016, I spent months and months teaching. I got a copy of AutoCAD 2016 from a coworker. His brother upgraded to a newer version, right? And he gave it to me, so I had it, and I converted a bunch of my drawings that I still had from my post-secondary school, like a bunch of them. I had a bunch of, blueprint drawings, and I just converted them all. My dad passed away in 2016 too, and I got a whole bunch of his stuff because he took a similar course, but he never finished it because I came along. And I I converted a bunch of them into digital. I can't access anything because I don't have the program anymore. I lost the key. So buildings are my niche, right? Yeah, like you said, early AutoCAD. Like I graduated and we didn't have it yet, right? It might have been a CAD version on the mainframe. I don't remember because, like I said, we got such little time to work on it. I just remember there was no mouse, and it was all like entering the coordinates, like the three-dimensional coordinates, X, Y, Z, right? To draw everything. And we did like machine parts, right? Like you would draw like more of a machining kind of thing rather than a house blueprint. But my diploma gave me the power to build, I think it was up to a 4-story wooden building. Couldn't do concrete. Well, I think it could have like some concrete in it, and same with steel, right? But up to 4 stories. And if I moved to the States, I was an architect. I didn't even need to do anything. Like our level of education. And no, sorry, Mexico. If I went to Mexico, I could be classified as architect. If I went to the States, I only had to do like 2 more years of university to become an architect. So it was kind of funny. But that's would be like having Maya, right? Like Maya's another version of AutoCAD from what it's made by the same company. So it's just more meant for the whole like game animation part, right? Like CAD isn't meant to be an animation program, right? So, but that's why buildings work for me, right? Because I understand the fundamentals of how they're built, kind of, I guess is what the best way to explain it, right? It is player vehicle and it's trigger kinematic. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. We'll keep that open because, Green Thumb has terrible memory. So in here we can do a lot of this in Blender, right? Oh, I do that, Blender. And we want it as a trigger, and we already have player vehicle. Render is fine. We want it non-renderable. So apply that. Yeah, and I did that. I didn't do a website. I could do a website right now if it would take me a while to remember all the stuff, but that's what helps me with XML because for my work, we were looking a couple years ago, we were looking at moving our documentation from a web-based to another platform that used HTML also, but it used JavaScript and a bunch of other things. So I took my own time. I was doing it like weekends and after work. I was doing like online courses because through my work, we have a bunch of access through online learning courses. So I did a bunch of that, and that, like I said, that's what helps with XML. Like this is HTML pretty much, right? Like there's all these tags, and then these are all, I can't remember what these are called in HTML, but so this all has like the same kind of format as like HTML. So like I said, XML, you just got to know what what can go inside this tag, right? Like, but you can go look up. I don't have it open. Let me open it. Let's see if I can. I just had it open. I didn't restart a lot of my tabs when I restarted my computer, right? My history, Facebook. Where did it go? Oh, no, that's the Costco one. That's the. Is this the placeable one? Yeah. So I have these open. I've had them open for months. So this is from Giants. This is in the game. They have documents on this is placeable. So any placeable, which is most of the buildings out there. So this is a silo that starts off with silo, right? And then it tells you what you can. I hate these pop-up windows. I wish I could get rid of them. But like the loading station, the trigger, then there's all these sub classes, I think they're called, that you can put inside that line, right? The storage radius, the field type category, does it support extensions, the name, string, node, and then like the triggers, and then you go down, there's motion paths, particles, sounds, effect nodes, right? All of this is still inside the silo. Then there's the unloading, and same thing, there's all kinds of stuff you can add to it. Effect nodes by themselves, right? They're separate. You can add them loading trigger, bales, palette, wood, and then that's all the silo, right? And then it goes into husbandry. So then all the stuff you can put in your animal stuff. So you can go in here and you can look at all these things. And if you look at a base game one, they don't have all of this, but they're just these are the ones that you can go in and add, right? Billy finds these. Billy's used some of this stuff, right? Not sure if he found it going this way or not, but this is what I find for the effects I've been trying to find, right? And you just keep going through this big, huge list. This is for placeables, so that's most of our buildings, right? Fences are in here, right? Production point. So this is what we're looking at, right? So sounds. They don't have to be in this order, but selling station, the effect nodes, wood trigger, animation nodes. I just wish they had more explanation. Like these pop-up windows don't really help a lot. Some of them aren't there or even tell you anything, right? But again, this is where you can figure out if you can find an effect. Like when I was playing around with some of the effects, that's what I was looking in here. Sounds, like look at all the different sound stuff you can add. Like it's just crazy. All right, all the production stuff. Yeah, we haven't played around with the height. Didn't we do height last in 22, Billy? Weren't we playing around where you were playing around with the height so they would stack, right? I could do that too with well, the steel wouldn't work very well. Like any of the ones that have weird shapes probably wouldn't work very well. But like I said, there's documents. There's a whole bunch of them. I have what's this one? This is the animated objects, right? So this is I had this one open when I was playing around with the sawmill trying to figure out the animation part. Back to work, Jan. Back to work. Yeah, that's what I thought it was like you could create a box so it would do multiple rows, like it would do one row and then stack and then do a second row if you stagger the end point, right? Have to play around with that rather than doing multiple rows, I think, of XML. And I don't know. It's always weird because, like I said, when those spawned out, that one pallet sunk into the ground, right? Because it wasn't falling from that high. Right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're still waiting for the trigger. We're getting distracted. Okay. So that's door trigger. The good thing is I think I have it centered, and I have the door frames are center, or I can use that to move this one and copy it, right? So we only need one. We applied all the things. So let's export it out. Let's go back to our factory. Where are we here? So this should be here. Okay. Guessing it's that number. Yeah, see, it's should be fine, but nope. It's the friggin' it's not at zero. Man, I almost want to start over. I should have picked a different door. That's what I should have done because the doors I'd make now, like in late 22 and 25, the roll-up doors that I've done have been doing a different method that Shy Wizard did a video later in 22 on, and it centers the door's origin is centered, so it's easier to line up. Right now, it's like under the corner of the track or something like that, I think. Where am I here? So that one, I think I did too, is fine. Don't hit a piece, chat. Oh my God. I don't think I hit enough parts. Nope. Trigger 6. Yeah, you said that. I remember that it doesn't like yeah, it doesn't recognize the. I wonder if there's a different collision that we could pick other than say placeable. I think it's placeable. Placeable building, is that the word I'm looking for? Placeable building, yeah. I saw one that was using road. Oh, these grain things. These are base game. I just loaded them in, right? Like they came with their own collision. There's actually a fill plane underneath, but I didn't want to punch holes in my concrete, so I just left it. But the collision on this is road, which I don't know what that means. I haven't seen anything using that collision. Yeah, these all have road collision on them. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the difference is. But I've been seeing static object was another one that maybe might make a difference for our palette. I don't know. Okay, so those are those triggers. The other triggers are going to be the door triggers themselves for the smaller doors. I didn't put a bunch of doors in because I didn't want to do a bunch of XML work. Okay, so that's the trigger we need to test this. I want to test the placement. That's what I'm really trying to get to, right? Trigger. Yeah, there's just not enough hours, right, Billy? There's just not enough. Well, now it's just now I need a custom map because it just takes so long to test stuff because there's so many pallets in the game. I do a lot of testing on the base game. I just make it use base game pallets, right? That's what I was doing with some of the other stuff. It's food time. Well, I gotta watch the time, chat. I gotta remember it's not my typical Saturday stream. Okay, so that's saved. I don't think we saved the. Let's go back into here. I think I said we need to go to the center area to get so we can reload it. Oh, it took a minute. I had to think about it. All those triggers. Oh, I can use that to get rid of the. Oh, I have it turned off. Open door. Ready? You want to see this? Did it give us any errors? No. Ready? Oh, look at that. Do you think I know what I'm doing, chat? Now we can take a little bit better look now the door's out of the way. Where's my flashlight? Has no power. Well, I don't see any gaps. Like there's a gap because of the track, right? That's designed, but there's a little metal trim at the front. And I just wanted to make sure that it's not. It's still touching my my metal trim here. I gotta get rid of the pallets. Get rid of the tractor too. Oops. There we go. I changed it too. It says open door and closed door. I don't see what this. It's a glare. I keep thinking it's seeing through, but I can't tell. This doesn't look as good as I remember in the. It's got a. I might have to work on redoing the door. This was this door originally was released with what was that? It was a free release early in 22. Oh, what was it called? It was like bins and stuff like that, and I had a couple of sheds, and one of the sheds had these animated doors. And of course, it was a lot bigger. I just took it and redid it. But the door itself is the original. Not like how I do them now, where I make them. I make the door panel. I just keep these parts, all the hinges. But you can see this, and I can't do anything to this file. in I can't touch this file. Where is it? I can't touch this file. Can't do anything to it. It'll break the animation. But see, in here it looks fine. I wonder if it's everything's fine here, right? I think I've already checked this before. It should be fine because it's all the same. It's weird how it works. Like, oh, there are here the sections. That's just the screws, the collision. Oh, I don't know if I checked the collision. Oh, yeah, I did the collisions already. Okay, perfect. Okay, now comes the fun part. Let's do this. See, I can't even go. Which one moves again? See, I can't even go. It's just totally messed up. This is 5, right? See, the good thing is we only have to play around with one direction. So you can see, oh, do we have the track in here? Not, do we have just the track? Yeah, it's just the track. See, we needed this little trim piece, which is not part of what we have here. So this isn't really helping us leaving it there. This is about the only good thing about that I like about the coordinate system in the editor versus Blender. Blender, I have to completely keep clicking inside the box to change values, where here I can just stay inside the box and just keep changing them. Let's hide all of these because they're just going to be in the way. Actually, let's just hide the whole friggin' thing. See, I think I have to be on this line for some reason, but let's check the other side. Oops. Yeah, see, I think I'm. Enough. We'll check it in game. Ah, why did I move? Sun isn't over here. My light source isn't over here. Oh, yeah, we're a little bit. See, even in here, the door looks fine. from 12.1 to 2s. That's door frame. Three, 4, 6. Now let's see if we crash it. Sometimes if you update too much. And we got to do door frames for this. We cut out holes here, and I know you can see into the into the wall. I didn't put the ends back on because I'm planning on having a frame around there. Plus, it gets time of the day. Is it? No, it's 10 o'clock. Need some lighting in here. Actually, the sunlight from outside, that sun node or that light node is causing lots of problems right now. Okay, let's. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Did it create any errors? Oh, part 5. Oh. Well, it's not finding any of the parts. What's going on? I guess I should have checked more closely, chat. Okay. Section 1. Oh, I know we need this part. Oh, I changed the wrong number. Dang it. Oh no, the trigger was right. It's the part we did wrong. This stays 1. This goes to 2. This goes to 3. Always something, chat. Just can't do it. There we go. Learn to read your log file, log file, log file. Let's close that. I think I have to come back out of the... Oh, it will let me do it again. Uh-oh. How did that cause problems? Yeah, that's not good, chat. What the hell? That's the part. Bay door part 1. Bay door part. It's 1220. Yeah. It probably didn't like the reload, I'm guessing. Because those are all right. I don't know what that's a problem with the Lua one. It's hard to figure out what was causing it because a lot of times it's just sitting there running. Unknown script error, enable animated track object. I have no what animated. And then one of the door triggers is messed up too. So that's not it there. Door trigger 5. Is 04, 12, da, da, da. Ah, there we go. Why did we not change? Why do we have, somebody's watching, chat. Can't call everything twice. It doesn't like stuff like that. Didn't move my finger over when I was doing this. Okay, door 6. 666. There you go, thanks. I'm awake. Everybody else is sleeping. Let's see if hopefully I don't have to. I can just reload again. There we go. No red this time. Oh, I can already see. I can already see gaps on that side. The door will work if I get the trigger. It should the animation will work, right? So that's door number 2. Door number 3 looks good from. Oh, I got more pallets. It's deceiving looking at because like I said, there's a track, right? But there's a little metal frame at the front, and it has very little width. I was going to make it wider, but then I didn't want to take away from the door width, right? So, like I said, you can see how thin it is, right? So I have very little room for adjustment. Like I said, that's 4, and this one same thing. You can see. And this one looks like it's on both sides, but it can't be. It's easier to see when it's open, right? Like I said, I don't know what we're getting, like a glare or something, or so that one looks fine too. Oh, but now we can see how it should be right on the edge of this middle black line actually. So these all have to move in more technically. Because I'm surprised they're not poking through. There's a little, I did get rid of it though. I think that's why it's not poking through. But technically it's going up. The door is actually going through the wooden frame up there. So what doors were it again? That one's fine. This one was fine too, right? It's just all of them they technically go in more. So that's 4 and 5. And 3. Same thing, it's fine. It was 2 that was bad. let's go look to see what 6 is like. It's all still running. See, that door looks better than the other ones. And that one's fine. Again, it can go in more too. Where are we at here? Okay, we're still doing okay for time. So 2 and 2 is the only one that needs to be lined up better. Try that. Works. It still could go back some more, I think, if I needed to. Like I said, technically. Yeah, see, you can see the frame now where the door technically would be going through that top corner of the frame. Lots of trial and error. Like I said, it would be, if I was using a door that I did in 25 or late 22, it would have been just type in the core. Actually, if I'd done this whole i3D myself and not reused the previous one, it would have been better. Because like I said, those, oh, I didn't go check door number 6. I think 6 can go back more too. I meant to go here. Nope. Let me see if I see it when I click off. Yeah, I can see it now. Okay. Oh, really? Just. Like I said, in Blender, you just go snap. It just snaps to the corner. There's no snapping in editor. What are we missing that's not... Oh, we don't have a... It's for the Galena line. The lead goes here. That's what that spot is for. And of course, we didn't put any more gold in. We still need to figure out why this isn't moving anymore. Well, let's look at this door. We're down here. Yeah, that one looks like a metal door, but it's the light. I know it's the light that's throwing the other doors off. That one's fine. All those, if none of them are working, then something when I edited, messed it up. Yeah, they're not moving at all. Oh, there's a collision there. I can't get through that way. Need to fix those. Now I need to get in. I still got the other doors to do. Hopefully they won't be as hard. Yeah, so I put this one to 0. Like I said, I don't know what these, I'm assuming they were just X, Y, and Z coordinates, but so this was moving it, but they were moving together, like towards each other. Which one is this one for? That's the Galena. Let's just change one at a time. We should be using this one though, just for the gold because it's closest to us. And I think it'll keep scrolling even when there's not running. That we were not running all the way around to check if this is working or not. Whoops. I thought I do have collision on here. Why could I? Well, that's weird. Why? It's not a. Oh, it's a plane. It's not a. So if I go, that's weird. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. No, it's a cube. Oh, but I did cutouts and I didn't fill in this. I didn't fill this in. Okay, okay. So much learning, chat. Yeah, see? It looks, I wanted to be going vertically. And it's technically, it's picking a edge to go around. And of course it's brighter over there and then yeah, coming in on this edge. So it's like split the whole thing in half. I don't know why it's not going up. Because I thought those were all dimensions that we could do that stuff on. Of course, it doesn't do it in here. We can see it moving there. That's funny. I've never noticed that before. I don't even see the speed changing. The direction changed, or did it? Was it going out on this side? You know what I need to do? I think I need to do the, instead of using the scroll effect here, is I need to go into the XML and put it in wherever the gold is. And put in scroll animation there, like this. That's the smoke. Where's the, oh, I got the production closed. Where's Billy scroll? Right, and we got to check the fans. Remember the fans weren't spinning, which is weird. But then again, it might had to have been turned on. That's probably why. I think this stuff all gets turned on when the production gets turned on. But we need this kind of scroll. I can delete the rest. I don't need this. Is all in the production point. See, and I'm pretty sure I can put these inside each production line, so we don't need the fans. Oh, let's, for now. I know we have fans coming in, but I think they're all automated by the, there's a shader that makes the stuff spin, so you don't need it. Scroll animation, I just need that node. It's weird because it's not a flat, like it's not flat, it's cylinder, right? So it's going to be curious to see which direction. There's nothing in here telling me which direction it's going to scroll. Speed might need to be reduced because I know the drywall stuff looks like it's moving pretty fast anyway. Let's see what happens here. No errors, so that's cool. Where are we? We're lost. We gotta get this done, chat. It's almost time to go. Oh, we didn't take the shader off. Dang it, chat. Somebody's paying. Billy, where are you done your dinner yet? Somebody need to be paying attention to what I'm doing around here. That's why I'm surprised it didn't give an error for that. Okay, so we need to take this off. There we go. Now I'll save it. I'm pretty sure this shader would take precedent over the XML. That's why. I sure like that I can come back and it's already letting me reload. In 22, when you reloaded it, like on the map with all this stuff on it, would have just crashed. It would just crash on me. Okay, so let's try. I don't think it's running, right? It needs to be running. Or something needs to be running. Okay, no, it didn't give us an error. Is it not running because I should know it should be? Oh, let's pick one that we can know that will run. No. We've got the drywall open, don't we? We still have that open. Oh, it does have a shader. It has the, oh, it's the stream. That's not the one I'm looking at. That's not the ones we're looking at, though, I don't think. And we're using the drywall XML, right? Yeah. Let's check where they were pointing to. Oh, coal, carbonate. Yeah, carbonate we were looking at. 13. That's not the one we were looking at, I don't think. It's this one that's scrolling. This one over here in the drywall. This one. Okay, so it has the scroll on it also. It has that turned on. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotta learn something, chat. It's always something, right? Might as well go back. So it was controlled by the XML, but it needs the shader still, and then turn off the. So back to, of course, share. Shared up one. Shaders, UV, scroll, check, but leave this checked off. I don't think I need the alpha. And then it'll be controlled, right? Like if I go this, what's gonna do? Well, that's the glass looks more disappeared. Okay, so that, we already have the XML. I almost didn't put collision on because that way I could run through the walls when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Oops. Okay, so do I still have to turn something on? Because it's in the production, just something has to be turned on, I think. Nope. Okay, I give up, chat. Oh, I keep trying to cut through there. I made a big collision block, so you can't cut through there. That light's really causing problems. We got ads starting. And then we're gonna head out. Didn't quite get as much. I did also, there's a big block here for collision chat, so I was watching somebody and they were talking to somebody in their chat about the way collisions work in the game, and yeah, I have to really watch what we do for collisions. Collisions have a huge performance impact apparently. So something like, where's our glue factory? That's way over there, isn't it? Those things, where are they? Where are we? Oh, I don't have Discord open, that's what's missing. I'll wait right here. Two seconds. One. Back. Okay, you guys are back. I was saying about collisions. Like I said, I was watching one of my favorite Blender streamers, and they were talking about collisions. And this model, in the previous drywall and glue factory, the rigid body was applied to the whole object. So collisions work on every single poly. So every single poly is being calculated as a collision. And right now, I have a big box pretty much. So look at all the polys, right? Like I can count them probably on two hands, right? Like the Giants editor breaks down the box into triangles, but there's way less triangles than if I had applied a rigid body to this object. But you can look at the like rigid bodies applied to this. So instead of making a solid cube around it, a rigid body was applied directly to the object to give us collision, right? Where if you look at something that's Giants, it has a box here, and there's a box down here, and that's it, to give its collision. So something that I'm keeping in mind as I recreate stuff like the steel factory right now, the interior, that's what way I'm going to be working on a lot of the stuff here. There's going to be rigid blocks instead of, like right now, on the previous one, you could walk up the stairs, technically. This one, you're not going to be able to. There's no reason to go up there. What do you want to, if you want, go fly and look around if you wanted to look around. Even though I did really nice stairs on this. So that's something to think about if you're making these things, right? Instead of doing a rigid body on the object, creating all of these polys, do a cube, and you'd end up with, what is it? I can't do the math. 12 polys instead of, I don't know, what is this, 50, 100? And like I said, every triangle is being calculated, not the whole object. Every single triangle is in the calculations for a rigid body. See, look at Giants. One box, two boxes, and then a third box. Air conditioner, a box. So like I said, it's something that I wasn't aware of that way, and like I know I was trying to avoid it. Most of the time I try and avoid it, but sometimes I just click on the object and make it a rigid body, and then it has its collision. But like I said, I didn't know, and that might be some performance why when we get further down our, yeah, like I said, that's what, like if you go and pick an object and you just check the box, it puts a collision on that object, but technically best practice is to create a separate object, cube usually, right? Yeah, and put rigid body and then check the rigid body, right? Like if you look, what can I show you? Yeah, well, the glue factory, like I said, the best way to look at is this thing, right? Like I said, the power plant, it's clicking on my rigid body, but instead of putting it on the power plant, it has a separate collision. That's a cube. I said I use red as my collision color, so I can tell if I left the collision on or not, right? So it's 3 boxes, and each box, Giants will automatically put a triangle in there, right? So like I said, 12, 24, 36. So 36 triangles, vases, versus having 10,844 separate collision triangles. Like there's the texture triangles for putting the texture on it, which I've retextured it with just colors, right? These are just colors now. There's no texture file attached to it at all. These are all just colors. A little more bland, per se, than adding like some sort of texture to it. But for metal and tubes and stuff like that, I think it's fine. I still managed to put that vehicle grid texture on the treads or on the stairs, so that's cool without using a vehicle shader, so it makes it easier to convert. But like I said, I was watching somebody that makes maps and makes lots of stuff for the mod hub said this to one of their people. That's what I did with the John Deere pallet, T Miller. That's why I think the straps are funny, because I put a big box around the tractor rather than making the tractor the collision, which I think is what it is in game. When you look at a vehicle collision, it's a copy of the vehicle. That's why obviously it conforms to the shape of the vehicle. But I put a big cube around it, and that's why the straps are all up high on it, because the collision actually goes to as high as the roof of the tractor, the cab top. So I think in like I said, in vehicles, I think what they do is they make a copy of of the 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 shell of the tractor, and then of course when you put a rigid body on it, you hide it so you don't see it. And that's usually like when you look at a tractor or a vehicle, the very first thing is has the collision on it usually, and it's the shape of the tractor or the vehicle. And then they put everything else inside it. But I could be like I know very little about vehicles, like how they're constructed, right? There's just so many pieces to them. I already forgot what we were left off with. Well, we were playing around with that scrolling thing. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I might need to reload the save. Some things might not be updating properly. That Lua thing still may be causing problems in the game, so we'll see. Anyway, I saw Impact went live, thank God, because I was wondering if I was going to raid off to it this time of the day. But it is Saturday, so usually some people pop up. Like I said, it was only going to be a short stream. I got to work in less than an hour, so we'll be lurking around out there. I'll be back tomorrow. I plan on trying to do I didn't have any problems today, I don't think. I don't think my stream dropped at all. So we'll be back tomorrow for Sunday. I have a different project and plan. I'll probably I'll probably get some time today. Work's been really slow this week. That's why I've gotten so much done on the steel factory, especially after like in the evening, because I am working till 7 p.m. at my time. Do the belts move on this thing? I don't think they are on this. I don't think they weren't before. They have this moves. The coal is moving. The coal is scrolling, but the belts aren't. I could look into that too. That should be okay to set up too, to make sure the belts. Like I said, I've never come into this factory. Like I think I maybe came in 22 when it first came out, but I've not been in this factory in 25. And you can hear the factory. And I told Billy I turned the sounds down. Right? There's a noise over here that's I think it's called generator, and it was at 1, and the highest is 1. So I changed it to a 0.1. They're all 0.1. And then the other sounds were the fans, which I need to look into because we do have the fan. It's not throwing an error, but it's not spinning, so I'm not too sure why. I'll check that. I thought I already checked that last week, but I'll check that. But yeah, the belt should be able to get set up the same way this. Like I said, this factory isn't running right now, I don't think. So these only turn on when the factory's running. So the belt can be done too. Yeah, I can't do a stream. Maybe Impact will send. He usually takes a dinner break, so maybe he'll send his peeps over there. Anyway, so I have to do this manually. I don't have my no touch portals there. Oh, that's okay. We only got one more week, or two more. I don't know, one more week. Yeah, next week. Oh my God, it's next weekend. I'll be already moving back home. Dang. Anyway, what's the ending soon? That's the one I wanted. Let me go back to this one. Let's get over to Impact, see what he's up to. I know he's on another map. He's always good to watch though, because I love the way he plays the game. Period. Overall. Thanks for hanging out. Hope if you have any questions or want to ask me some more crap about what I'm trying to do, let me know. I don't even know. I got a good another week on that steel factory, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll catch everybody later. Let's head on over.